I am extremely excited to announce that for the first time in my life, I'm going to be hosting an in-person chess tournament. And it's going to take place the 1st of June in Rotterdam, Netherlands. And let me tell you, it's going to be absolutely huge. I have invited 8 really famous internet personalities, and they're going to compete together with 8 chess professionals. So we're going to see literally chess beginners team up with grandmasters and other titled players to see what beautiful chess they can create together. And there's going to be $50,000 in prizes. So it's a huge tournament. It's going to be taking place at TwitchCon, as I'm hosting this together with Twitch. And it's going to be amazing. So in this video, I'm going to tell you all the info. I'm going to tell you who's participating, how you can watch it. And also, I'm going to show you one game from one of the participants to give you a little gist. Is that a word? I don't know. Of what you can expect here. Because the chess is going to be chaotic, but it's going to be beautiful. And it's going to be so much fun. And I have worked so hard on this these past few months that I had to share it with all of you because I'm so excited about it. So the event, like I said, is taking place the 1st of June, and it's called the Cramling Grand Chess Gala at TwitchCon Europe 2025. I have the honor of being the host of this tournament. And look at how beautiful they've done this. Cramling's Grand Chess Gala. We have some kind of Shakespeare tea party vibe going on. That's at least what you're gonna see. That's at least what the scene is gonna look like. It's that kind of vibe that we're gonna be having in the scenery. So the 8 content creators that are gonna be participating are going to be Lydia Violet, Sea Dog VA, Annie Fuchsia, Ronnie Berger, Nimn, Tubbo, and then Fan and 5UP. So I'm sure that many of you know several of these people. They're also YouTubers. I'm sure you also follow a lot of these people, maybe watch their videos, but they are quite new to chess, and they're going to be in the same teams as very strong players, such as Julian Song, International Master, Grandmaster Arthur Naixens. He's a Grandmaster. We have here Woman FIDE Master Lille Kridze. We have Grandmaster Benjamin Bach. We have Woman Grandmaster Dina Belenkaya. We have International Master Alex Banzea. We have Woman Candidate Master Alexandra Chess. And I believe Anna Maya is still a WFM, or is she a WIM? I'm not sure. She's going to be a Woman International Master in no time if she's not yet. But these are the different teams, and the format is going to be a hand and brain tournament. So what that means is that all the beginners are going to be the hands, and all the chess pros are going to be the brains. So basically, the brains will say a piece such as knight, and then the beginners will have to move a knight, but they don't know where to move it or anything, but they just have to move the piece that the brain tells them to move. Does that make sense? So if Julian, for instance, starts by saying pawn, Lydia is going to have to move a pawn. But she doesn't know which, of course, and they cannot communicate in any other way apart from telling each other the pieces. So it's going to be really chaotic, but we have some amazing teams here. I've spent some time really thinking about what teams I think are going to work great together. And I think we've come up with some absolutely amazing teams. And yeah, here you can see all of the teams. I'll put this link as well in the description box so that you can, look through this a little bit more. But this is going to be taking place on June 1st. And of course, if any one of you is going to TwitchCon, you can see it in person. And if you weren't planning on going, but you still want to watch this event in person on a huge, beautiful stage, well, you can still get tickets. And I'll link that in the description box as well, how to get tickets to TwitchCon. But I'm going to be hosting this, and my co-host is going to be Virtual, who is a fellow YouTuber and streamer, as you all know, and it's going to be so much fun to do this together with him. He's also my boyfriend, so it's going to be a lot of fun to do this together with him. I'll be, the main host, but he's going to be helping me host as well. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I've worked so many months on creating this event, and I'm gonna be live streaming it on my Twitch channel. I believe that most of these streamers will be also live streaming it on their channel, but otherwise you can watch it on the Twitch channel of Twitch Rivals. But you know, watch it on my channel. That's the easiest. Or maybe I shouldn't say this. Maybe watch it on both Twitch Rivals and my channel. I'll link everything below so that you know exactly where to watch it. But it's taking place on June 1st, 11 a.m. CEST. So Central European Summertime. That's when it's taking place. 11 a.m. So pretty early. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing. The prices are $50,000. There isn't really a lot of difference between if you come first or if you're last, and the idea is just that everyone should, you know, be happy and just enjoy the fact that they're playing. So there's not going to be too much difference in prices, and it's going to be a single elimination format, which means that the players will first be divided into two different groups, so group A and group B, and then after this they will be basically the two people from each group that do the best will be playing semifinals against each other, and that will be single elimination. And then the winners of those semifinals will be playing the finals, and then we will have a final winner of the Anna Cramling Grand Chess Gala. And I'm so excited that all of these amazing streamers are coming together to play chess, because I love it when we see people from different communities try out chess, play chess, and compete in chess, because competing in chess is fun literally at any level. So the game that I'm going to be reviewing for you is a game that was played in PogChamps, in PogChamp 6, just a little while ago, between Lydia Violet and Filian. And as you can see, Lydia Violet is one of our participants here in the Anna Cramling Grand Chess Gala, and she is teaming up with French YouTuber that I'm sure many of you know, Allez la France, Julian Song, and he is amazing. So yeah, let me know also who your favorite team is. Yeah, here you can see all the teams. Let me know what your favorite team is in the comments. But let's go ahead and look at this game, because this game was literally one of the coolest games that I have seen in a very long time. And I'll just put it up like this instead so we can focus a little bit more on just the board. But here Lydia, she played e4, okay? And Filian played e6. Filian is a VTuber, and she participated in PogChamp 6 as well, which was this huge tournament for basically internet personalities organized by chess.com a few weeks ago. So here, yeah, if you didn't see this game, like it was incredible. Here, Lydia played d4, and now Filian played the cow opening, okay? Filian took inspiration from me and played the cow opening. This was the coolest thing ever. I was kind of rooting for Filian just because of that, because, you know, I was like, go the cow. That's so cool that she's playing the cow. So anyways, Filian got, you know, her knight out. She fulfilled the cow, and here we have a cow position. And Lydia started going, you know, she started really pushing her pawns, and we kept telling Lydia that, you know, she didn't castle enough. And I hope to see in the gala that she does castle a little bit more. But yeah, here Filian brought out her queen, and she played e5. And now Lydia played b4. As you can see, she was going for a very symmetrical kind of position. So she was really trying to do the same thing on both sides. And this really isn't so good, because her bishop is really badly placed right now. Also, since when are these blue? This is new. Her bishop was quite badly placed. And yeah, here black actually has a great position, even though she played the cow. So here, Filian took the pawn in the center. And the chaos hasn't really started yet. So far, it's a pretty regular position. Now she played a3. She also probably wanted to get her bishop out pretty soon. So takes and takes. And now it's going to be really difficult to develop this king. Here, Filian could have taken this pawn, but instead she developed her bishop. And now Lydia played rook f1, threatening the queen. So the queen now has to move, and Filian played a great move, which is queen h4 check. And of course, Lydia had to block it with the knight. However, the really interesting stuff starts now very soon, because Filian did a great move. She took the pawn on h2, threatening the knight, and this looks like a very strong move. But now Lydia found this amazing move, Queen F3, where she is both defending this knight but also threatening to take here on F7, which looks a little bit scary. And now she's posing a great trick, okay? She's posing a great trick, which is that if Filion goes castles, which is what she did, she has this move, Rook H1. And let me tell you, Lydia Violet is 300 rated, but she found this beautiful move, Rook H1, trapping the queen, and now her position has completely changed. So this didn't cease to surprise me. Filion, 800 rated, her queen is trapped. What can she do? She found an amazing resourceful move, which was bishop takes g4, with the idea that if queen takes g4, then the bishop is hanging. I was so impressed to see this move. However, Lydia found an amazing move too, which was to simply go queen f2, moving the queen and still trapping the queen. So now Filion had to sacrifice the queen, and things looked very dim now for Filion. It looked as if Lydia was just gonna win very easily. But in this position, Lydia went queen g3, and now bishop h4 is on the table. The queen and the king are on the same diagonal, and she could lose her queen in the blink of an eye. But Filion didn't see this. Instead, she moved back the bishop, and Lydia didn't see that the queen was hanging either. So for several moves, Filion had the ability of winning the queen and probably winning the game. However, this did not happen, not here. And now, after this move, the dreams of Filion going for this were now pretty much gone. So, as you can see, very crazy things happening over here. G6, bishop G2. Filion tried to get some counterattack by pushing her kingside pawns. But, yeah, Lydia playing very solid, although she was moving back and forth her bishops a bit. And now, after she took on d5, the tables had turned again, because now Filion's rook could just come in here on the e file and do nasty stuff to the king. And here, after knight d3 check, Filion has an amazing position. In fact, she's winning now again. Things have changed. So Lydia moved king d1, and now Filion has to go rook e1 check, which she did. And in this position, I was sure that Filion was going to take it back and win the game. However, she started trading off a little bit too many pieces, and now after rook b1, you know, things turned a little bit difficult. Here, she could have gone for the move knight e3 check. However, she missed this move, and instead, when rook takes h1, probably missing that the knight could take the rook, and now Lydia took instead on c1, which was a mistake, but it's very difficult to see. But it was a mistake because there is this move now, knight takes a3, with the idea being that if queen takes a3, there's rook c8 check, and then we can win, or Filion could win this rook. However, at this level, this is of course really difficult, and instead she traded here, then went bishop b2 check, and then tried to bring another piece into the attack, which was also quite good. But now, after queen b3, she continued going for this move rook e1, even though she had knight d2 check, winning the queen. And now, after rook e1, king c2, it's still looking amazing. However, Filion now went for this move, knight e3, and now there is an amazing move for Lydia, which she found, which is king takes b2. This is now completely safe. Instead, Filion had to go something like rook c1 and try to get the king more to the other side, but she basically blundered her bishop, and now there's not enough pieces for her to attack, and Lydia has an amazing position. However, I feel like here we can just see, here now all the pieces started falling down. But I think that with this game, we can just see how crazy this was. And imagine this together with a grandmaster on the team. It's going to be absolute chaos in the best way. And I am so excited to see what's going to happen. And here, after a few moves, well, after a few more moves, this became a checkmate for Lydia, and she won here. So Lydia is going to be teaming up with Julian Song. I am so excited to see what happens. I was honestly quite impressed with her chess for being 350 rating. I'm very excited to see, you know, how all of these games go. And I'll be, you know, broadcasting all of this on my Twitch channel on June 1st at 11 a.m. So don't miss it. It's going to be amazing. And it's going to be one of the few times a year where a lot of different content creators come together to play chess, and we get to see all of them just, you know, compete in chess. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you're as excited for it as I am. Don't miss it. It's going to be amazing, and super excited to be doing this together with Twitch. So yeah, and if you're going to TwitchCon, then maybe I'll see you at TwitchCon. I'll link everything down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and yeah, I'm very excited. Let me know what your favorite team is. Bye!